Good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work without you guys, man. I kind of took a little bit of a break today. I had to step back. There's so much stuff that's going on right now. I had to kind of just unplug for a bit and reflect, talk to friends, and try and regroup. What was really good for me yesterday was actually my brother came by a couple days ago. Um, I had an old belt and disc sander, okay, that was given to us. So, oh man, I got some tools for you and stuff. It's like, okay, here we go. So it's an old belt and disc sander and an old joiner that were really, really old. How old are these things? It was literally like a cabinet that had a base on it with the motor down below and a belt on it. And I'm like, this is some old shit. And I mean, you know, it was like Delta Rockwell. I mean, it's literally an antique. And it's like, I didn't really need it, but I hate to let things go to waste. And so I was asking my brother who does knives. In fact, he's doing a Jobu special knife for me where it's going to be laser etched with the Jobu um, uh, logo that I'm trademarking on it. And he said, yeah, I'm looking for a real good heavy duty belt sander. So he took it home and I was like, it needs a new motor and it needs a lot of work. Are you sure you want it? And he took it and he cleaned the thing up, and it was crazy because he used like some cleaner, and it's actually blue. I didn't even realize the thing was blue, but it looks freaking fantastic. Am I black? I am multiracial. I'm black, I'm Indian, I've got Irish. What I am is I'm an American. And we need to stop looking, is he a black guy, white guy, whatever guy? I am an American. I'm a human being. And color at this point should not be a defining thing for us. So does that answer your question? Yeah. I'm black. I'm Indian. I'm Irish. But I'm American. And that's all that really should matter. And I'm a human being. How about that? And as an American, I should have the same rights as every other American. How about that? You know? But anyway, my brother has lived in Colorado. He's lived in Alaska for a while. And then he did the polar opposite. Then he moved to Hawaii. I mean, I don't know how you go from Alaska to Hawaii, but he did. But he lives on the eastern shore, anyway, he lives down the country. And he is what my uncle would say, an educated fool. He's got more degrees than he knows what to do with, but he likes to live off the land. So what he does is he buys a pig. I mean, a whole pig. And he slaughters the pigs himself. So he's like, it's like $200 for a 300-pound pig. So he's like, you get about 20 pounds of bacon, you get pork chops galore. And so he brought me up 2 pork shoulders. And my freezers right now are full, so it's like I got a pork shoulder and I need to do something with it. So I've got one of them right here. Look at this. Ooh. Ooh-wee. So this pork shoulder is about as fresh as you can get without all the hormones and all the chemicals. I got my propane smoker, and I know I hear you guys right now. Oh my God. He's using a propane smoker. He's a freaking idiot. Well, listen. Don't knock it till you try it, okay? Because this is kind of like a hybrid. Now, I love my smoker here because I can put a lot in there. I put 12 pork shoulders last year for the Redskins Cowboy game. And I didn't hear anybody complain about the sliders. I did not hear anybody complain. But see, here's what we do. Let me show you what we do. First thing, we got some apple chunks of apple wood. Look at it, wood. That's real wood. Okay, we do that, and then we get oak. Look at this. We get real oak charcoal. Okay, all right. So here's what I'm going to do. See, I'm all about speeding things up. Okay. And doing things the easy way. This is actually like the smoke thing that you get that goes inside of there. But I put myself some charcoal on there, right? Here, let me wash my hands real quick. Rather Texas beef than pork. Hey, it's up to you, man. But you know what? I ain't turning down a free pork shoulder. Hold on, let me wash my hands. I ain't tell you, this day and age, shh, I'm happy I got food to eat, man. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take me some of that charcoal right there. And take me some pieces of this wood. Right? Now I need to get this smoking, right? Alright. This thing I bought about 4 years ago. And it looks like it's been bought like 4 years ago. But what this thing is it's called Fire Up Charcoal Starter. It's electric. I don't know how it works, but I think it's like a blow dryer on steroids. Okay? So when you turn it on, you have 2 speeds on it. This is a low speed. Now check this out. It's a master built. It's a master built that I bought. It's a master built that I bought at the end of the season. Now, it's got a thermostat on it that keeps the temperature. Whatever you set it at, it'll keep it at. It goes from 170 to 375. And I've gone out there. Now, keep watching this, because this is kind of cool. Okay? Just keep watching. Just keep watching. Okay? Just keep watching while I grab myself a drink. Pretty cool, ain't it? Now that's a fire starter. So you get it going. You get it going, and then you turn it up, which is a faster speed, which really bellows it. Okay? So within a couple of minutes, you got hot coals, and by putting the wood on it, the coals will stay hot from the fire up underneath of it. And then I'll add like sometimes little pieces of little chips on top of it, and that'll kind of give me a little extra smoke. So what's good about this is, I know propane, man, you ain't a real barbecue. Well, okay, you do you. But here's the great thing, because I'm doing this through the night and it's going to be about 15 hours. And I can put this in here, I put me a couple pieces of wood on it, and I could walk away for 4 or 5 hours and don't have to come back and stoke the fire. And it will stay right at 225. Now look at that. That's a fire. That's a fire. That's a fire. Look at that. Boom. I'll let that kind of die down a little bit. What type of witchcraft is this? No, this is getting my smoke on. This is getting my, okay. Got it already warming up, okay? See? I already got that warming up, and what I always like to do is take the meat out for about 30 minutes before we put it in the smoker. So it's sitting out here, warming up. Danny! Hope all's well, besides mentioning Dak's contract every day. How's quarantine? Hey, I'm a fat ass. I need a haircut. Hey, I got the Rona 15, man. I got the Rona 15. So let me get this thing up in the smoker so we can start getting this thing ready to walk and roll, dude. Look at that. Woo! Give me a couple more little chunks in there. Now, what's going to happen is there's going to be a lack of oxygen. So what's going to happen is that's going to smother the fire just a little bit, and it's just going to kind of start smoking. And see that smoke, you want that smoke up in there. How's it going? Can you cook some meat for me? Sure, Tony. Hey man, what you want me to cook? What you want me to cook? I got you covered. The funny thing about the smoker, here, check this out. Funny thing about the smoker is this thing is huge inside. Now see, there is a slight problem with this one, okay? This, I think I bought it at Lowe's. It's a master built. And I only saw this there for 1 year, and I think it's one of those things that people looked at and said it's too big of a smoker, or there's little problems with it. Because see, now take a look at this. Okay, hold on, look at this. Look at the space in there. You see how many racks? Ooh, look at that smoke. You see how much rack space is in there? Like I said, I put 12 in there. Now, it has a thermostat that's inside of it. So it'll cut it off. Randy, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for the super chat. It has a thermostat in there, or thermal coupling in it, so it takes the temperature and it will regulate the propane. Now what's cool is I used to have one of the regular box ones, and the burner was outside of the unit, and it would literally take a tank of gas to do one smoke. Now I smoked this thing. I smoked ribs. I cooked chicken and everything else. And literally, I can get like 3 smokes out of this thing because the case is actually insulated. It doesn't take a lot of heat in there, especially with the charcoal and the coal in there. But there's one problem with it. You push it in, turn the igniter, it lights up. And after about 30 seconds, it's supposed to stay lit when you release it. But it doesn't stay lit. So what I've found a way around it is I have to put a little clamp to hold it in there, so it's like it's keeping it on. The temperature on it stays like it's supposed to, but it doesn't, it's not technically the way it's supposed to work. But it works. I'll tell you what, it smokes really, really well. So you can see I got some smoke going right here, and I can chill for a few more minutes while I let it get smoked up and heated up, and I can sit down and chit chat with you guys for a few minutes. But it's going to be cooking all night tonight, and then probably maybe about 10, 11, 12 o'clock tomorrow, it'll actually be done. Chilling. And you, Jamal? Hawk, I have a good feeling about my Eagle. Oh, Lord, here we go. You know, Philly 500 wanted to start some shit yesterday, and I told them I'm not in the mood, Philly, it ain't the time for hate. It ain't the time for hate. You know, wait, hold up. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. I don't know if you guys are watching the news or watching Twitter or anything like that, but this shit was funny. Only in freaking Philadelphia could this happen. So you got people protesting and stuff. Say 95% of the people are cool people out there marching, being cool and everything else. And you got the 5% that's just making everybody else look bad. It's always that. You know, I can do 99 things right, but the one thing I do wrong is the thing that everybody focuses on, right? But there's a clip from the news where there's a guy in the middle of the road, got himself a lawn chair. He's chilling, right? In Philadelphia. And he's got a mannequin's lower half. He's sitting in the middle of the road, just helicopter flying over, taking pictures. And he's up there patting the booty on this mannequin, just in the middle of the street. It was like, that was the thing that just made my day, okay? It made my day because I had to laugh. I was just like, okay, finally, something got me out of my funk, because that was just cool. Q, I showed Q, right? I was just like, here it is. You know, you got people protesting, marching, and everything else. You got people running around looting. He's just chilling in the middle of the street, patting that booty. How am I doing? I'm doing as good as can be expected. Through everything that's going on. If somebody had said, I mean, just think about the last 4 months. We've lost 100,000 people. We've had schools shut down. We've had businesses go underwater. We got 40,000 people unemployed. Sports have been canceled. And now we got police brutality and protests, riots, looting. Any one of those things would have been enough for a year. But we got all those, all within like 4 months. This shit is crazy. So the fact that I woke up this morning next to my lovely wife, was physically able to get out of bed and to breathe, I'm okay. I'm okay. Stan, how are you doing over there in Germany, man? Morning, guys. Yeah, you're just waking up, huh? Yeah, it's evening here. It's like 7:30 here. What's up, Gridiron Yucky Q, Alan S? How are you guys doing? So, I'm out here. You're scared of my... I'm not... Hawk, put down the crack pipe. I told you Friday night, put down the crack pipe, man. We ain't scared of you, motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna pull a Bernie Mac on you. I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers. Shit, I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers. Shit, I ain't scared of y'all, motherfuckers. Okay, because you know what? Scared of your speed. Scared of you. You know what? Talk about scared. You might want to be scared of my motherfuckers, man. We got Zeke Elliott in the backfield. We got Amari Cooper or Pooper. and okay, so maybe Slay can take him one-on-one. You can take Amari Cooper, motherfuckers, okay? Because I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers. Because you know what? I got Michael Gallup on the outside. And then, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers wanted to get some CD Lamb because you thought the CD Lamb was going to make you guys a Super Bowl champion again, right? We got the guy you wanted. Because I ain't scared of you motherfuckers, man. I ain't scared. Okay? And if that don't make enough, you know what? We got rid of Jason Witten. Jason Witten is about slow as molasses on a cold griddle, man. We got rid of that, motherfucker. We going to let... Blake Jarwin get out there. Hey, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers, man. Seriously, I ain't scared of y'all. You know, you can convince yourself we got all kind of speed. You know, we got Deshaun Jackson coming back. We got the North Dakota assassin. Okay, cool. With all that that you got, you know how many points your motherfucking team scored? You know how many points your motherfucking team scored last year in 2 games? 27 points. 27 points. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. And quite frankly, this whole thing of, well, you practice squad players beat you know what? Your regulars lost to the Miami Dolphins. Your regulars lost to the Detroit Lions. Your regulars lost to the Atlanta Falcons. So maybe you should have been playing your practice squad players all along, man. Oh, Lordy. Hey, get the fuck out of here. You Eagle fans, I tell you. Oh, look at that. I like that. Look at that. Ooh, you see that? Look at that smoke. Oh, isn't that a thing of beauty? Nice, consistent smoke. See, that's the way we're going to smoke that ass, Hawk. We're going to smoke your ass, buddy. Smoking it. Scared of the Eagles. Come on, man. Wentz has a ring. He wearing another man's ring. That's like saying David Carr. David Carr got a ring too, right? David Carr has a ring. He does. With the Giants. Do you look at David Carr and say, hey, David Carr, he got a ring, man. He got a ring. Come on. You know, Mildred, the secretary, got a ring. You know, Ron Jaworski, they gave him a ring too. So you gonna say Ron Jaworski's a Super Bowl champion too? Because he played in that Super Bowl game. Actually, he's played more Super Bowl game plays than Carson Wentz does. So how about that? Come on, man. You know what? You can have Wentzylvania. That broken down Wentz. We're jealous because you got Rhaegar. Hey, Hawk, come here. Buddy, I think thou protest too much. You talk about jealous. I think you guys are jealous that we got CD Lamb. You know, I got to tell you, I don't remember any videos of the Dallas Cowboys fan base literally losing their cotton picking minds when you drafted Rhaegar. I just don't remember seeing any of that on the internet, okay? I don't remember seeing Dallas Cowboys, damn, the Eagles got you! Like I did from you guys when we took CD Lamb. There's literally a whole section of the interweb that's devoted to Eagles losing their damn minds when we took CD Lamb. Stuart Morrison, what's up? How you doing, Stuart? Stuart, how you doing, man? Thanks for super chat. Come on, Mark. I'm serious. Wait a minute. So you telling me that was all make believe? That you guys were really just kind of playing a ha? We really didn't want him. We wanted Rhaegar. Come on, man. Come. That's why you ain't credible, man. Tell the truth. Listen. I was disappointed when you guys got Dallas last year. I was, and I said it. Damn, I can't believe they got that guy. They got a good tight end, a guy that we wanted to get. I can admit that. Why can't you guys admit the truth? Why? Why do you have to continue to make up bullshit? Come on, man. Okay, I get it. You're a homer. You're touting your team and stuff. But come on, don't try and come in here with this bullshit thing. That's the guy we really wanted. We really wanted Rhaegar. Come on, man. Come on. That's some bullshit, man. See, I just can't. I can't. Okay. That's just some craziness. How's the pork? The pork is about to go into the smoker here. Okay. Let me explain something to you. Hawk, how old are you, Hawk? Let me explain something to you. If you are now the Super Bowl champions, then so are the Dallas Cowboys. Seriously. That was a couple of years ago, buddy. The Super Bowl champions currently are the Kansas City Chiefs. And until somebody takes it from them, they are the defending Super Bowl champions. Yes, congratulations. After 50 some odd years, you finally got your first Super Bowl. I know the Dallas Cowboys were a while ago. I'll give you that. But guess what? There's still 4 more than you have. The Redskins still have 2 more than you have. The Giants still have 3 more than you have. Come on, man. You guys, it's amazing because you Eagles have become what you always despised about us. You always kept saying, what have you done lately? You can't keep living on the past Super Bowls, okay? Right? That's what you all said. And now here it is. We Super Bowl champions. No, you're not Super Bowl champions anymore. You have a Super Bowl championship in the same way the Dallas Cowboys have 5. Okay? Kansas City is now the reigning Super Bowl champions. So until you go back and win another one, you're not the Super Bowl champions. You're not the current Super Bowl champions. Yes, you are a past Super Bowl champion, the same way that the Jets are past Super Bowl champion, the same way that the Redskins, the 49ers, the Ravens, the Packers, they're all former Super Bowl champions. So come on, dude, stop smoking the crack, man. You really gonna try and tell, or maybe you don't really watch football. Maybe you're just kind of getting you watch too much of ESPN and those guys and stuff, and that you don't really understand how the nuances of it. Do I think the Cowboys will trade for Jamal Adams? If the price drops, they may. They may. I think that's a possibility that they'll look at it and say, this year could be the year that if we get that extra push, that little extra oomph, that maybe we do that. Now, here's a great thing for the Cowboys. And I've been, it's funny because I tell you guys stuff all the time, right? And most time people tell me, you don't know what you're talking about, you're an idiot. But I tell you guys stuff, and then a week, 2 weeks later, I see people now talking about it. I've been telling you guys that come sometime after the 1st of June, that Travis Frederick's numbers will come out onto the Cowboys. We currently have $4.9 million. We're going to get another $7 million as soon as we do the paperwork for Travis Frederick, which gets us almost to 12. I also been telling you that Dak Prescott, if we get a long-term deal, you can probably look at about $8 to $10 million more cap relief. And a person who you don't want to look at, the hard part about football business is it is a business, and you have to look at what you get for everybody. You know, the team always tell, yeah, you know, we love you, you're a team guy, and, you know, you mean everything to the team. But in reality, you mean everything to the team until you don't. And you look at guys and say, you know, Byron, we appreciate what you did, but we're not going to pay you. Or you look at a guy and say, you know what, Des Bryant, we know we signed a contract with you, but, you know, we're going to move on. And you cut him. And unfortunately, you're in a no man's land with Tyrone Crawford. Tyrone Crawford, I'm sorry, you got to look at, and like I said, I love Tyrone Crawford. Tyrone Crawford has a couple of Jobu t-shirts. Tyrone Crawford, I've talked to, you know, a few years back and everything else. Love the guy. But the reality about football is it's trying to run a business here. And you look and you say, that's $9 million if he's not on the team. And right now you got a numbers game with that defensive line. You got a lot of guys. If Randy Gregory gets reinstalled, you know, you got to look at it and say, okay, Randy Gregory is about $1 million, $2 million a year, right? Tyrone Crawford is $9 million savings. So you start looking at that and saying, because you got guys like Gerald McCoy who can play outside, he can play tackle, you know, he can float around. You got, you know, Aldon Smith. If you think that he's going to be a baller and say, hey, I got Aldon Smith for, you know, a maximum of $4 million. And then you look at it and you say, well, would I rather have Tyrone Crawford or Jamal Adams? Because you got 2 years left on the deal for Adams. He wants $15 million, right? Tyrone Crawford, majority of the money that you need to pay Jamal Adams. So it's one of those things you got to look at it as a business. Am I better suited keeping Tyrone Crawford for one more year, or am I better suited taking that resource and putting it into Jamal Adams along with the trade pick? And I don't have the answer for that. I just put those out there. But it's funny because now people are talking about, oh, the Cowboys, they're going to get $7 million because of Zach Martin. It's like I've been telling everybody that for weeks now, that, you know, we're not in as bad cap shape as everybody thinks. Hawk, it's all relative. You know, the funny thing is, Hawk, everybody has a different style and a different taste. You know, if you go to St. Louis or Memphis or Carolina versus, you know, everybody has a different style. You know, I personally like a sweeter barbecue. That's just me. And to me, that's the best barbecue in the world because that's what I was raised on. It's kind of like when you think about where you grew up. No place, hey, there ain't no place like home, man. It's the best place in the world. Even though there might have been a toxic waste dump around the corner from you. Even though that, you know, there were bad things that happened. It's what you knew, and that's where you figure it's the best thing in the world. Because, see, people in Philadelphia think that the Philadelphia cheesesteaks are the best cheesesteaks in the world. And I'm going to tell you, that rubbery ass roll and that damn cheese whiz that they put on that dog meat sub is about the nastiest shit in the world. I will make a steak sub that will make you go back to Philly and start smacking motherfuckers, okay? All right? But you can't convince somebody who's from Philadelphia that that's not the best cheesesteak in the world. But I'll get you some real ribeye. Oh man, marinate that stuff overnight. That stuff will be melting like butter in your mouth, man. Get the hot peppers. Oh, the hot peppers, the green and the red peppers and the onions and the mushroom. Melt some Swiss cheese on there. Make some Russian dressing. Put it on a nice crispy roll, and you'll be like, damn, that's a steak and cheese. But I'm telling you, it's what you're used to. Now, like I said, my style, you may absolutely positively hate because it's not what you were used to growing up. And that's cool. But you're high, Hawk, you're always high. You were high the other night. Dude, I guess being an Eagle fan, you just got to stay high, huh? All right, let me get this pork shoulders up in here, okay? Now, I don't have any more rubber gloves, so forgive me. But look at this. Woo! Okay, this is today. We're going to hit you guys up tomorrow. Oh, you see that smoke? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yo. Ooh, you see that in there? Ooh. Should I just leave the camera out here all night so you guys can just watch it? See, this is the other thing I love about. Let me go wash the hands. Gotta go wash the hands, okay? The thing I love about this smoker is it's got the glass door on it. So you don't have to open it up to go ahead and look at it all. Because you don't want to open it up and take the smoking stuff out, okay? You don't. You don't. But you can look, you can see that. And when you get this thing full, oh, when it's full of meat in there, oh, man. Oh, yeah. You need some smell-o-vision. Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Thanks, Stuart, but I love my vape. Okay. Watch it blow up. Oh, see, Giants Nation coming in hating. You know what? It ain't gonna blow up. It ain't. I know you're hoping that it'll blow up on me. Speaking facts, I am afraid of the Cowboys offense. You know, it's one of the, you know, on any given Sunday. Oh, thank you very much, Howard Floyd. Okay, well, it won't be ready till like 10, 11 tomorrow. Okay, it's got to cook up. Hold on, let me rinse my hands off. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop you guys down a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna sit out here for a few more minutes because you guys make me feel better. Look, you see that smoke? Look at that. Oh man, look at that. Look. I want you to see my view here. Hold on. Oh, let me turn this around. Look at this view. Look at that sun going down. Oh, sun going down. You see over here? Here's my garden right here. All my lettuce over here, my spices that are growing. Okay. I got my barbecue grill that I need to replace because it was a cheap one when I got it. I got my griddle. I got my deep fryer, and I got my smoker. And look at that. Ooh, we got. Look, you see the smoke? You see the smoke? What's up, Zachary? How you doing? Damn. Oh, it's hard to believe, but there's like a parkway that's right over that rise over there. The good thing is at least it's kind of dug down, so the traffic's down. But with the coronavirus, the traffic's been light. But the house itself was built in like '84, so you see all the trees that we have back around here. I got my fish pond down below, and this deck, although I need to retop the wooden stuff on it again, it's been great because there's tons of space. Over here behind me, see, like that's some basil that's growing in the small flower pots, and those are habanero and jalapeno peppers and stuff in there. Dan, what's up, Dan? So I try and cook as much as I can, and I try and grow as much as I can and stuff because it's less chemicals and shit that you get. Doing good. I saw my shot glass rack with the toothpaste, blue and silver, white. Oh yeah, it's on the way. It's out. It's on the way, man. I finally got it straight. We went out Friday, so you might get it tomorrow, or depending where. I can't remember where you were located, but you'll probably definitely get it by Tuesday. Put a smoker camp out there. But see, this is the thing. Now again, I've gotten so much. Everybody gives me grief on everything, but they're like, "You can't use. Are you kidding me? You can't use a propane smoker. You know that's not real." I'm telling you. Look, my hands are clean. I ain't got to go get a whole bunch of wood. I ain't gonna put a whole bunch of wood and everything. I got enough wood in there to give a nice smoke flavor. I got temperature that's nice and consistent, and I can chill. Hawk, I tell you what, if the Eagles win, I don't care where you're located at. If the Eagles win, I will get you a whole prime rib, I mean, 3 in a row. A whole prime rib roast, okay? And it's going to be aged prime rib, you know, where they actually age it for months and everything else, so it breaks down the fibers, and it's a real expensive piece, okay? And here's what I'll do. I'll take some rosemary, I'll take some thyme, I'll take some chunky salt and pepper, and I will grind all that stuff up, okay? I'll grind it all up, and we're going to putting that on the outside of it. And I will slow cook that thing. So you get a pepper, salt, rosemary, thyme crust on the outside of it. Okay, so it's got that crust on the outside, but it's medium rare on the inside and literally melts in your mouth. And I will deliver it to you. How about that? If the Eagles, if the Eagles win 3 Super Bowls in a row, yeah. What time's dinner? Um, this is not gonna be ready for about 18 hours. Stop it! My stomach hurts for asking for food. Actually, I made some. My brother, my same brother who I tell you lives off the land, he is. He's got like 18 acres of the river bottom, and he's seeding oysters to grow. He's oyster farming. He also has a permit for fishing nets, so he goes out fishing. Howard Floyd, Mark, if the Eagles win 3 Super Bowls in a row, I will chip in. I think if the Eagles win 3 Super Bowls in a row, I'll commit suicide. I just don't think I could live anymore. Um, but he crabs too. Okay, so he's got crab pots up there. So when he came up, he also brought me, hand picked bay crab. And if you've never had Chesapeake Bay crabs, the crab meat is so sweet. And I'm not talking about like, when you go to the store, you get the crab meat in the can that's been pasteurized, and it may have come from Chile or someplace else. No, you have to get Chesapeake Bay crabs. And oh my God, the meat is so freaking sweet. So I actually made crab cakes for dinner. I haven't actually eaten my dinner yet because I wanted to come out here and get started. And I wanted to say hi to you guys because I missed you guys. Um, because I don't spray good, and I like hand painting because it's one of those things that understand. It's handmade, hand paint. It's just I'm just old school, man. In other words, I'm just old, and I don't have a spray room. No barbecue for. I tell you what, if the Eagles won 3 in a row, I think I would just give up YouTube. I think I would just go lock myself in a closet. That dude's talking out the side of his neck. Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm telling you, prime rib. Oh, prime rib is so expensive though, especially if you get aged. Shit, you might be talking about $150 for a small roast of aged. That's like one of those things. Is like, okay, my birthday, maybe you'll stop. Yeah, I'm telling you, Shane. I'm better now. Today, I literally just couldn't take no more. I literally laid down on the couch for about 2 hours and just dropped out. I talked to my crew, my guys on Marco Polo, and I'm like, dudes, I just got to check out for a bit. Um, Seeing so much hate and violence, so many people that we've lost, knowing a friend of mine's got the coronavirus. It's just like, I just got to shut down for a minute. Um, but then I saw that jackass in Philadelphia in the middle of the road with a mannequin smacking the mannequin's butt in the middle of the street. And it's like, okay, I'm back now. I'm back. I'm back. So I'm better this evening. And coming out here and getting the smoker going, uh, giving me some hope. And knowing that this week, the architect's going to be finished with the plans so I can get the permit for the red brick house. Um, so we're going to start working on that. And then I'm dealing with my truck died or it's broken and I don't want to put more money into it. So I got to figure out something different because I need my truck. Been okay not having my truck during the coronavirus because I haven't been needing a whole lot of truck, but I need to get back to doing stuff. So that's another one of those things that I'm dealing with. They're having talks about staying at the Star for training camp. I just don't see how you go to the. Here's okay for me. Here's the reality of it. We don't know. We're talking about 2 months, less than 2 months, end of July, before they'd be going to Oxnard for training camp. I don't know that you're going to be able to go to training camp and have the fans there because the main reason they go to Oxnard is one, the temperature's cool, and they can abuse the fields up there as opposed to abusing the fields in Oxnard. I mean, at the Star. And they can also do the publicity tour with all the fans that are in California. And so I don't think that you can go to California and have it like you had it in the past where all the fans can go. I just don't see how you can do that. So that kind of takes away and say, you know what, maybe we're just better off staying right here in Oxnard where we can have a controlled environment more than if we travel more and more. You know what I'm saying? But who knows where we'll be in 2 months. We'll find out if social distancing has made a difference, because right now with all the people that are protesting that are all on top of each other, if we don't have a massive wave of cases in 2 or 3 weeks from now, maybe we'll be okay with the corona. But if we end up having a big uptick in it because of all the people that are out now, then we know we're fucked. I need a break from the nonsense. Well, Big Dog 3004, unfortunately it's reality. I don't know that we can get a break from reality right now. But I had to unplug. I only did 2 videos today. Shane, you serious? Yeah, I really think when you start seeing police pulling down, face masks and spraying mace in the face, and you see the police shoulder to shoulder, and you see all the protesters, it's like, okay, if it is contagious, it's going to be passed. They have a spike already? Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. It will be a major spike in 2 or 3 weeks, if it's real. I mean, but we'll see. Let's hope for the best, expect the worst. You'll never be disappointed. And Shane, that's the thing about when I think about Minnesota, because my only experience in Minnesota was there at the Super Bowl. But when you talk to people in Minnesota, it's always, don't you know? That was like I thought Minnesota, when I was there in Minnesota, I thought, is everybody high? Because everybody was so freaking, everywhere you went, don't you know? Oh, how are you doing today? Don't you know? And I was like, are these motherfuckers always high? Because they know, it was like you were in like a happy place. I'm like, I never seen so many people that just stop talking to you. I mean, literally. They were just talking. Hey, how you doing? Don't you know? Don't you know? Where are you from? Don't you know? I was like, oh yeah, okay, all right. It's like, okay, I gotta go. See you. And I was like, and people were so friendly. So when I see everything that's happened in Minnesota now, I was like, wow. Well, I've been in some really racial places. Okay, I mean, I have been. Richmond, Virginia, many, many years ago, pulled over by the police and scared to death that I wasn't going home that night. I've been in Central Virginia, some places where you don't want to be after dark. I have been some places, and Minnesota is not on the top 10 list of places that I look and say, I'm scared, okay? I just have to say that. You lived in Minnesota your whole life? Well, I've lived in Virginia my whole life. Well, I am going to go in here. I'm going to go get cleaned up. I'm actually going to go eat my dinner, my crab cakes that I cooked. And I'm going to be back out here later on to check on this, put some more wood on the fire, and do my fireside chat later. But as always, guys, listen. Somebody asked me when I started this, are you black? We have to stop trying to put people in a category. I know some great black people, and I know some ones that ain't worth a fuck. I know some great white people, and I know some ones that aren't worth the fuck. I know some great Hispanic people, and I know some ones that aren't worth the fuck. And we have to stop trying to judge people and put people in a category of saying a black person here is going to be this, a white person here is going to be that. What you have to do is you have to judge each as an individual, because that's what we all are. I'm an American. I'm a human being. I have probably the same wants and desires, well, to a point. Okay, I don't want to be like Hawk and smoking weed and being high all the time. That's a want that he can have that I don't necessarily have. But see, Everybody wants to have a nice place to stay. Everybody wants to see their kids do better than them. Everybody wants to feel comfortable and go out and experience nice things. Everybody wants to eat. You understand? And what people try to do sometimes for power throughout history is put blame on others for problems to take power. Everybody likes to have somebody to blame. And usually the ones that are getting blamed are ones that can't fight back. You understand what I'm saying? We're all Americans. And what is happening probably right now is there's probably countries across the world that are smiling, that are happy with what's happening in here because we are tearing down the fabric of the greatest country of the world from the inside. We have a infrastructure that's crumbling. We're not fixing that. We used to be the innovators and the leaders in technology. We're losing that. We used to have the best educational system in the world. We've dropped way down on the list. We used to be the leader in everything, yet we've got more corona cases than any place else in the world and more deaths. This is where we have to put aside petty differences and start coming back together for the greater good for all of us. Because this shit that's going on now, this ain't working. It's not working for anybody. I don't see how this is working for anyone. Black, white, grizzly gray. So we got to get our shit together. We Americans have to get our shit together. Brazil, I know, is bad too, William. It's awful. And I actually have a lot of following from in Brazil because of like the halftime show and stuff. So I mean, it's just bad, and we got to do better to make it better. All right, y'all. Thank you for being here. I love all y'all. Okay, and again, I love all of you, Americans, non-Americans. I love all of you human beings. Peace.